One more session on conventional methods. We are trying to reveal the secret behind these conventional methods. I told you conventional methods has many approaches, and we should take up all the approaches. In the last one, we take the japa, and everyone, because you all are seekers, so seekers gets the result. Non-seeker, they say, oh, it's all about fingers. You're counting, you're saying it. What is a big deal? So all these conventional methods, japa that we did 2 weeks ago has a tremendous potential, but much more than that, the first that I took up in detail, yajna, how I connect, contribute, and be grateful to the existence is one of the most important. So normally we say yajna, tapa, the austerity. Japa comes under austerity, and the dan, the charity, the giving nature. Whether you are giving a knowledge, whether you are giving something. So what you see in the very beginning, we discussed about what is discernment, what is dispassion, what are the six treasures, and there should be an intense desire to succeed, to find the real self. We also discussed about the truth, untruth, and the false. False means that which appears true, but it is not true. My experience, I told you hundreds of times, my experience, the mirage, water is there. I experience, I feel it, but it is not true. The earth is stationary. I feel it, I experience, but it is not true. So who is an individual? Who is Sam? Who is Babel? Who is anesthesia? As an individual, what comes to your mind? I am not the body. Body appears true, but it is not. Let's look at it. I am not the mind. I am not the body mind complex. But we always take for granted that we are the body and the mind complex. So, what will work? These conventional methods will work. I start participating in my personal, professional, social lives. And when we are connecting, contributing, and being grateful to the entire existence, we start realizing what we start realizing. Now we have a realization, we have a conscious experience. So this body mind complexes belongs to the existence. Then what will happen? You need not to practice discernment and dispassion. Actually, it is being applied in your daily life. It is being applied in your daily life. Are you getting it? If you are applying these conventional methods, there is a natural state of discernment and dispassion, and the six treasures will support you all the day at every stage of your life. That is the importance of these conventional methods. We have been talking. Not only the conventional methods makes you a great seeker in the journey of the self-discovery, but it removes all the unfavorable conditions that I will talk later. Again, I'm repeating, it is very easy for an average intellect to understand what is discernment, what is dispassion, what is relaxation, what it means by withdrawal of the mind at the intellectual level. But the conventional methods that we discussed in the last couple of weeks will help you realize in day-to-day life. So it is not to be just taken for granted. No, no, I have understood it. No, you understand discernment, dispassion, but you have to apply this. Where is the problem? Why I am insisting on this? Why should I? All our masters are insisting on this, that we should always apply these conventional methods into our daily living, in our personal, professional, social, family life. Why? So the masters have realized that this crazy mind that lives with the false notion and ignorance is not easily convinced. And it continues to keep the false and the wrong notion. I explained you on Sunday about this young guy. I understand everything. I gave you that perfect example. I understand. Can I talk to you for half an hour? I said, yes, yes, when I'm free, you can talk to me. So much agitated, so much excited. He could not see how these conventional methods can help him get rid of it. Let me tell you another way to understand. I'm trying to remove the doubts and the wrong notion that are still present in the mind. Because we have millions and millions of impressions that we lived our life. You go to any office or hotel, for example, there is always a reception. What is the meaning of reception? The same meaning. Conventional methods offers a reception to the life. The moment you wake up in the morning, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to apply. I'm ready to connect and contribute, to be the part of this existence. 99% of unfavorable conditions dissolve by themselves. Even if you are upset and you go to a hotel reception, they welcome you with a smile. They are taught. Same thing, reception. Tomorrow, when you wake up in the morning, the mind wants to go back to its old routine, old habit, instinctive and impulsive nature. And then what happens? You remember these conventional methods. Your mind drops the blame, complaint, and reaction. Why? Again, I'm repeating it. Our mind still lacks the conviction in our daily life. Our mind lacks that conviction. Intellectually, we have understood. We have a greater intellect, but the conventional methods put them into a practice. Life becomes a play and a fun. Because once we have discussed each and every conventional methods, is just everything is being applied in your daily life. You are with the honey, you are at your workplace, you are driving your car, you are eating your food. Do you see that emotional connect? The more we connect and contribute, what is going to happen? The inner transformation takes place. The mind will never forget desire fulfillment is not possible. Only possible is the self fulfillment. So, not only we change ourselves from inside, but we set an example to others around us in the family, in my personal and professional life to bring about the change. The life becomes a play and a fun in all the events, situations, and relationships. That is the vision our masters have seen it. When we say the Buddha is awakened, full of compassion, so that compassion is natural in our life. That contribution, that connect is natural. You will you will forget what is boredom. You will forget that what do you mean by unwanted thoughts, the lane number one. Your mind will never say that I am single and unhappy or happy, I'm married, happy or unhappy. Because you are so intimately connected to the entire existence. Let us look in a different way. What is our personal life? And keep in the background that discernment and dispassion, the truth, the untruth, and the false. What is my personal? Personal means physical, emotional, mental, and intellectual life. That is one way to see. Another way that all the four physical, emotional, mental, and intellectual connects to my personal life, to my professional life, to my social life. Now you see the role of this conventional methods. But let us go deeper. What is this an individual? Individual is a human being. Where is human being? Human plus being. Being is the real self, and human is connected to the world outside. That human means the human frame, body and mind complex. Human part is material world, body, mind, emotions, feeling, thoughts, and that part connects to the personal, professional, social, and family lives. In the presence of the being, and that being is the real self. As long as so called we live with the body and mind complex, we have to connect, we have to contribute. There is no other option available to us. But whether you connect for the desire fulfillment or you connect with the self fulfillment, that will change the entire perspective. So here is a take. Another one master explains beautifully. Ask yourself whether you are moving from inside to outside or you are moving from outside to inside. One is angry over you. You are moving from outside to inside. What is going to happen? And you are moving from inside to outside. What is going to happen? So those who follow these conventional methods, it's not a big deal for them. It's just a play and fun. I reject your anger. I reject your reaction. Why? Because I'm moving from inside to outside. That is one of the most important factor by applying these conventional methods. So always think the moment you are stressed, you have a reaction, you have anger, you have anxiety, you have a duality, you have a conflict, you have a boredom. the mind has started moving from outside to inside. It has perceived some situation, condition, events. Not only it has perceived, but it is now connecting to the outer event with one goal, with a false notion. And the moment your mind is enlightened, this is a false notion, this is what the false is, let me start connecting and contributing by these conventional methods. Krishna, the originator of yoga. Normally, we will talk about it, who is Krishna as a personality, as a being later. But in the Gita, the Krishna is known as the originator of yoga. He also stressed upon, he summarized all the conventional methods into three groups. Yajna, yajna, that I discussed in detail, the tapa, the austerity, which includes the japa, and the dana. He says that whether you are enlightened, whether you are a seeker, or whether you are a non-seeker, follow these three practices of the conventional methods in order to bring peace and prosperity and success and happiness in our life. And that is what I discussed about my Guruji, my master. After awakening for more than 53 years, every year he used to invite more than 300 and 400 monks, seekers, and all the masters. So how I received the knowledge, 3 days, 3 days since morning, 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. All these masters were given 10 to 15 minutes to speak about the journey of the self-discovery. On those 3 days, my master never spoke. He said, no, you all spoke. And then he offered, first, the knowledge is given to us, followed by, so what is that? Because they have given us the knowledge, so master used to tell us, all his students, all the seekers, to serve them by food, by giving them some form of a charity. So that was a kind of an austerity that we have witnessed. So what I'm saying, that the person, look at the Buddha. Buddha left the kingdom and he built thousands of monasteries. Did he live in one monastery? Monasteries were built for the seekers. For the seekers, you see, connecting, contributing. Connecting, contributing. He converted many kings into the monks. So let me earn money and then I will build a monastery. So that is a wrong approach. Then we are not a seeker. My mind constantly reacts to my parents. Can I change my attitude? You have started connecting and contributing. So I have to find out, I have to discover the ways I should connect, contribute, and being grateful to this journey. It is going to make you the highest level of a seeker. And the highest level of a seeker never fails. Whether you continue the journey with me or you don't continue, you will definitely find the goal. And you see, when we connect, contribute, and being grateful by applying these conventional methods, we discover a change in our behavior, in our attitude, in our response to the outer world of events, of people, of relations at workplace. You are applying these methods, but what will happen? The other people will see that you are setting an example. You're just applying for the sake of applying. We will find a new level of communication with the world around us, whether it's my honey or personal or friends or parents. So, what is happening behind that? That is the beginning. I told you that we understand what is discernment intellectually. We are very clear, but the moment we enter into our daily working, we forget that. So, conventional methods bridge that gap. You need not to even think of the discernment and dispassion, it will happen by itself. That is the beauty of these conventional methods. People take it very easily. So it is the same thing as living wisely. You have an absence of unfavorable condition. You don't seek the desire for happiness outside in the world. You are seeking happiness within. The sense of the bondage, delusion, intense attachment drops. Think of this. On Saturday, I was talking about this. I don't understand. I have given everything to her, but she is not ready to listen. But there is something beyond the sexual pleasure. I said, are you teaching me or I'm teaching you? No, no, I'm just telling you that I have realized. I said, how many times you have realized? Conventional methods will work. So, and then I discussed about it that these conventional methods work as a shock absorber. So he is shocked. He was saying that I am shocked to find out that nothing is working. Nothing is working. So you know that if I get a call from her, my ego will calm down. I am waiting for her call. Why I'm citing an example, look at this conventional method. You're not expecting anything from outside. You build your ego so strong. Conventional methods becomes an ego breaker. It gives you a sense of emotional freedom. And you have a sense of realization that I'm not worthy of suffering. Let me continue to connect and contribute. Discernment and dispassion will be a natural, will be a play and a fun for you. And that makes one the highest level of a seeker. Think. Discernment, dispassion, six treasures, and intense desire for the real self. It goes into the head clearly. We understand it. But to put them into the practice, these conventional methods help us a great deal. Forget about discernment and dispassion as a word. Word is false. I'm connecting to the earth. I will remember the earth is not stationary because I'm connecting. So the more and more you have to start thinking. The morning, you wake up in the morning and just see that how should I connect and contribute rather than how should I extract. Let us start. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed and body is comfortable. Or I would rephrase it, you are settled in the comfort. And that includes the position of your body. You are aware of that, whatever the position of your body. Buddha used to do meditation 6 months lying on the right side, 6 months lying on the left side, 6 months while sitting. So we get too much carried away. Oh, which posture? Whatever the position of the body is, that is your posture, which gives you the comfort. And I will remind you, are you still struggling with the position of the body? Oh, they're connected to being a seeker or not. Being comfortable, then I go for little deeper neck joint, aware and feel and experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. And then the space, awareness of the space. Why we are doing it? Can you remind? We are moving from inside to outside, from the being, consciousness, that enlivens the body and the mind and the intellect and ego, that prepares me to live my personal, professional, social life. Is that another way to understand being comfortable? Let us see, look at the neck, shoulder joints being there, feel, experience, sensation, comfort, and steadiness, space. So we are recognizes that inner self in the form of the space, the entire body, sensation, comfort, and steadiness, experience of sensation, comfort, and steadiness, and the space within, from the space. Lane 1, unwanted, unwelcome thoughts come because I'm ready to connect and contribute. So I'm not attached. I have no clinging. I have no reaction to those unwanted, unwelcome thoughts. So how come? I'm watching them from the lane 2. Where is that intellect? They are unwanted, unwelcome thoughts. Let them come and go. Oh. So what happens? The natural result is lane number 3. If not, we recognize again. Where is the problem? Mind is carried away by the thought. We recognize again. Kakachista, effort like a crow. I will put the last pebble to be carefree. What is the last? Until the result comes. That is why I discussed about the 5 points. So being carefree. But then we are carefree. Remember mantra sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Let there be happiness for all. So we have not left the practice, the steps. So this is meaning is this in the knowledge. And that I have been saying, and which is very clear by understanding the conventional methods. Connect, contribute, and grateful. When I say let everyone be happy, am I not doing that? Just reflect on it. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Let there be peace for all. Again, check one more point today. Are you moving from inside to outside, or you are moving from outside to inside? Do you see a person is full of stress? Oh, like this young guy. He is upset. So should I move from outside to inside? Then I will get carried away by his being upset. That you can apply in your daily living. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Let there be, let me recognize a sense of completeness and the wholeness everywhere, in every being. I am complete in myself. You are complete in yourself. And that sense of completeness is nothing but the consciousness. Can I connect in that way? So what is going to happen? You see, all the false notions will drop. What are those false notions? False notion, what is your age, what is my age, what is your color, what is my color, what is your gender, how much you are educated, how much you are rich and poor. Sense of completeness is at the center. These thoughts will enter into your head. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. You remember anything? Peace, happiness, and the completeness, when it is known by the mind, creates an auspicious moment. When? All the time. Where? In all the locations, in all conditions, in all relations. Conventional methods are fully applied. Even by the mantra. And now we will continue to purify the mind. We have yet to move ahead more than 3 minutes. So let us do it today for 3 minutes. Look inside the forehead in the space. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Become aware of the body is in the state of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. And Now start breathing, quick and short breath from the chest through both the nostrils. Keep on doing the Om Shanti, and the body remain in the state of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. One more aspect. Lane number one causes unwanted thought. Hammer that through the breath, through the Om Shanti. Start. Keep on doing, the mind will object. And those objections have to be overruled consciously, commitment, effort like a crow, and focus like a crane. Om Shanti continues. And stop this. First is our experience with the knowledge. I told you, mirage water, I feel and experience, but the knowledge says it is not true, it is false. So we accept the experiences we have, a sense of sensation, relaxation, stillness, upsurge of energy, vision, and colors. Everything is okay. We accept it. And with that, Om Shanti continues. You will discover, seeing Om Shanti, you have a very deeper layer of perception. And now, Om Shanti continues, the body remain in the state of the stillness and start breathing from the belly through both the nostrils. Squeeze the belly, expand the belly. Even your mind has a preconceived notion that you cannot do such breathing. You will discover that you can do it. Continue, please. It's the longer breath than the chest breathing. Your belly expands while inhaling, and the belly squeezes inside while exhaling. Very common reason. Lower lobes of the lungs are larger, bigger than the upper lobes. Symbolically, we say you expand your belly while inhaling. So we are just talking of the lungs. Symbolically. Continue Om Shanti, continue breathing, and your awareness will help you to live in the state of the stillness with reference to the body. And stop this, do nothing. We have variety of experiences. So Om Shanti continues, stillness continues, and you feel a tremendous energy upsurge in the body with the different colors and the visions. You continue to experience that in a state of dispassion. No doubt, experiences also teaches us. So we filter out which experience is right, which can cause the false notion. Om Shanti continues. Stillness of the body continues. Plus your experiences. Now we'll go to the third type of the breathing. Start breathing both from the belly and the rib cage. You are consciously aware that you inhale first the belly, then the rib cage. You exhale from the belly, then the rib cage. Or I can say you expand belly first, then the chest in one breath, and you squeeze the belly and the chest during exhalation. Today we will complete 3 minutes each. Long, deep, hissing breath. And stop it. Start breathing deep, silent, and slow. Nyasa. As you inhale, the mind moves from the crown of the head into the spine. You start singing Om Shanti ends at the tailbone. During exhalation, another deep, silent, slow breath. Mind rises up with Om Shanti ends at the crown of the head. And you will discover as if there is a kind of separation from the body. Body is like a statue, immobile. Breath is rhythmic. The mind is singing Om Shanti. With the knowledge, Om is the real self and Shanti is the peace. Do you see that everything is happening inside? But if we are not comfortable and carefree, then the lane number one is superactive, and that will fail the practice. So you are fully aware. You all are seekers. I'm just reminding you. And now stop this nyasa also. Check your right or the left hand are placed on the knees facing apart. We are going to do the japa on the last step of the 16 points with the mind's eye, with the mind's touch, with the mind's sound. And start it. So when you are saying Om Shanti, fact is that the mind's eye perceives, feels, and hears. You will see a natural pause between migrating from the first to the second point. What it means, the mind is living within, very deep within. Keep on. And it's not a big deal. You'll feel a tremendous energy sensations on these points, which is natural. You see, all the previous steps helps us to do this step without any obstacle. You are comfortable, the body is still, you experience as if you are living within, and then you are dropping Om Shanti. Keep on, continue. You complete one round, do the second until I say you to stop. Some people will find as if the heat, others may find the cold. Still others may find it's a tremendous energy from where it is coming. We are going to explore it. And now leave this, go inside the cave of your heart, visualize a triangle. Move the mind on each side of a triangle with Om Shanti. And if you find a sync, push the mind with singing mentally Om. Mind seemingly stops, drop Shanti. Nothingness, silence. The silence breaks, you can repeat it. Otherwise, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside. The palms know your experiences. Bring the hands down. How are you, David and Jerry?
Thank you, sir. um, I mean, it went by extremely fast. um, and I think just the practice is allowing me at least to let go of thoughts and everything very quickly when the breathing starts, as an example. I like the reference to the mind's eye that gave it a third party characteristic, I guess. And I'm using the tools, like if I have trouble falling asleep, I'm practicing it, and boom, I'm gone. Or wake up in the middle of the night and have a hard time getting back to sleep, boom. I've been using the practice in those instances, and it's been really great. So thank you.
That's wonderful. That's why, yeah. Yeah, and we find that as if we are in a different level of awareness. Outside, we are aware of everyone. Inside, we are totally different. Wonderful. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, it was great. Thank you. Yeah, I just feel connected, I guess, very connected. And similar or in line with what David said, I start my morning with mantra.
Yeah.
And I go to sleep with mantra. And it's just really, and during the day, I may use it or do something else, a different tool. But I don't find really it necessary to use a tool during the day.
Yeah.
So may that continue.
If we live into that awareness, we don't need these tools. But the moment we miss it, as David was, oh, in the middle of the night, let me start. Let me start doing it. And that's a very good point, that the mind moves towards the self discovery rather than thinking what will happen if I don't sleep. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing has happened even. We keep on. Beautiful. How are you, Terry?
Hi, I'm calm, and it was the space was let's see now. I think I want to say it was bigger than
Bigger.
the body.
Yeah.
And I felt warm, and then I felt the only thing is the voice from the computer was drawing me out
Yeah.
of myself.
Yeah.
But and I was also using it at night, but I was wondering if the fast breathing is energizing. Maybe it's not the right tool for sleeping.
Don't worry. Do it.
Oh, okay.
Because the Eastern wisdom works differently than from the scientific perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could
Very-
do it in the evening. It's
Yes,
more.
you can do it in the evening. You can do it in the midnight. If you're not getting a sleep, do it and then lie down. You fall into relax. You are always calm. Very good. How are you, Sam?
Good. I appreciate in the lesson bringing back up discernment, dispassion, um, and the breathing was relatively easy today,
Yeah, good.
and felt a lot of energy.
Lot of energy. That's really good. Understand, I think you brought it up. Ultimately, we have to understand in our life the complete discernment, complete dispassion, and the six treasures. So, how masters found out many ways how to reach to the same state. You have discernment, you have dispassion. So, means what? You have no clinging, no attachment at all in the mind. So, the mind is absorbed into the infinite space all the time. That is one way. We will understand that again deeper. So, yes, Samir, how are you?
Sir, body was totally ice cold, and total means peace was there, and I was not moving this time at all.
Yeah.
And was means all the practices combined very good, one after another and another. Means more peace, and then going more inside, and very deep into.
Yes. Yes, you rightly said. I talked about it that it is just living from inside to outside. What is that inside which is beyond mind? Terry, what is inside? That is the state of being. It has nothing to do with the body and mind complex. Sometimes when we say, what is inside? I have a lot of stress. No, that belongs to the mind. So we are all seekers, so we realize it. Very good. How are you, Brandy? We don't see you, Brandy. Maybe.
I'm fine. My camera's still not working properly. It blinks off and on, and so I have to figure that out. But
No worries.
um,
I'm looking at you with the mind's eye.
thank you. I during the breathing, I was really freezing and tingling, and it helped me stay really still too. And it was interesting during the japa. I liked it when you said something about that natural pause, because I realized that I didn't have a rhythm.
Yeah.
So I kind of focused on the rhythm, which took me really deep into the that part of the practice, like letting the Om Shanti come,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
rhythmically with a pause. I don't know. It's good.
Yes. You're right. What I said is that when the mind's eye, the mind's feeling, and the mind's ear listen to that Om Shanti, there is the natural pause. I need not to work on it. And if there is a natural pause, the mind is already deeper within. That is what you experienced. Wonderful. Thank you. So, how are you, Anastasia?
Thank you. I'm fine. It was very deep meditation today. Usually I feel concentration in the head, but today I felt as if I was sitting in the middle of my body,
Good.
in the middle portion. And today I had an interesting experience during the day. I grabbed my coffee, habitually seeking pleasure, morning coffee. But before I sip, I remembered that pleasure comes from inside, like projected pleasure on this cup
Yeah.
of coffee. And I managed to notice how it happens, how this pleasure, how mind plays like a cassette, like now we
Yeah.
are playing pleasure part.
And
Yeah,
pleasure.
Absolutely.
and it
That's a
was
one.
interesting.
I love it. I love you, Eunice. That's a great way to understand this. Harry, do you see that? That's a great way to understand. And that helps us to transform the mind. Beautiful. That's a good lesson for all of us. And very good. So, how are you, Vaibhav?
Thank you, sir. So today there's a lot of sensation in this area and the chest.
Yeah.
So because of that, my breathing is a little faster. But keeping that in mind, I also realized that I am at the back just to build the endurance that be calm. It will go away in certain time.
Yeah.
It's just a way to build the endurance and then to kind of relax.
Then kind of relax. We will talk in detail about. I want you all experience a certain movement of energy during these practices for a couple of weeks, and then I will relate it to those psychic centers or the chakras that Kundalini talks about. Very good. How are you, Ashok sir?
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, sir.
When meditation has started, I was in traffic, and I was in lane one, you can say, in traffic, but I was
Okay.
aware in that key I am not in lane one, and I was aware I was in lane two. So I was carefully listening to your message and your lesson, and then I reached my house, and then I started the meditation. Before starting the meditation, I reached my house. It was very good experience, and during the daytime as well, I am progressing in the term of awareness and happiness, and that happiness comes from inside. That is the main
Yes.
focus now. That's the main
Yes.
focus now. Yeah, that is. Thank you.
You have a self-explanation. Yeah. I would request again, it is better to give an understanding, think about it. He has started thinking, and that is how you have started reflecting on your daily experiences. It's a wonderful way. That is all for today. Thank you very much. We will meet again.
Thank you, sir. Namaste,
Thank
everyone.
you, sir. Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste.